So we just kind of sat down and we said, you know what, literally, if we could come up with the ultimate dream bike, what would it be like? Just a pure intellectual exercise. Well, maybe it wasn't that intellectual, but
after a few beers,
there was a couple of beers probably involved there. But so we just started jotting stuff down, and we said, man, we want a adjustable windscreen. Nothing too big, but something to, you know, keep the wind over us. A little bit of fairing, keep the, you know, bugs off of us and the wind and rain. A huge torquey American motor. You know, we're not racing, we're road riding. From 20 to 90, we ride from 20 to 90 all the time. Maybe we go a little faster sometimes, but 20 to 90 is most of our riding. A relatively compact bike. We don't understand why every motorcycle has to be so damn big. Adjustable suspension, hard bags big enough for full face helmets. So we just came up with all this stuff, and we kind of scratched our heads. And he was riding his Ducati Monster, and I was riding an Aprilia that day, and you know, we just scratched our heads. We said, you know what? Nobody makes anything like that in this country. That's weird. I think they call them sport touring bikes. We call them comfortable sport bikes. That's what we want, is a comfortable sport bike. Some people like to call them sport touring bikes. So Brian was finishing up a design of another motorcycle you guys may have seen. I had sold a company that I had started when I was much younger, and we sort of just started scratching our heads and said, you know what? It's late 2007, early 2008. What's the worst possible time in the history of the world to start a motorcycle company? Let's do it. That we're in. We've been able to tap into some things that maybe we wouldn't have otherwise, which is weird and interesting. Our main partner is a company called Pratt Miller, and you see that we've etched their name right onto the motorcycle. They're a technical partner of the company. They're an equity partner. In some small ways, we're a part of them. But Pratt Miller, if you guys don't know who they are, they're an incredible, amazing engineering powerhouse right outside of Detroit in a little place called New Hudson. The other machine, the R version in there, you'll see just wires and crazy crap sticking out everywhere. And Brian will take you through the displays if you'd like to see what kind of stuff we're monitoring. That bike has, I think, 50 sensors on it. This one has about 30. So these are prototypes, and what we're doing, and the process of what we're doing at Motus is testing the bikes, seeing what we like, what we don't like. We do A to A testing, we do A to B testing, we do static and dynamic testing of just about everything on here. So for example, if we get a shock from O'Lean's, it comes with an engineering specification sheet. And then we put it on a dyno and we test that shock and say, this is what they say they do, let's see what they really do. And then we put them on the machines and we do subjective and objective testing, and you'll see some of the sensors that they have for monitoring chassis dynamics. So point being that where these bikes are a little prototypey, that you can tell, the production bikes that will be coming out in the spring or summer of next year, they will be much more refined. And what reason I'm bringing all that up, I'm getting ready to crank this bike up. You'll hear a little bit of mechanical noise. The bikes have sort of race cut prototype gears.
Straight through exhaust too. It's not EPA compliant.